Here in my channel, I always bring something new to you. So here I present an orange upside down brownie, which is a dark chocolate brownie infused with freshly cooked oranges, and it is unique of its kind. So let's do it. Here I placed a non-stick pan on flame, and into this I am adding 3/4 cup of water to boil. Now keep the flame high, and you can see the water started to boil. Now I am adding 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar to it and stirring it and let it melt in the water. Eventually it will form a thick sugar syrup. This is an important step in this recipe because I have to cook some slices of oranges in this syrup before I put it in the baking. Now you can see I have sliced some oranges. These are very thin slices of oranges which I am going to add in this sugar syrup with the skin, because orange peels are very good source of vitamins and minerals. So you can add orange peels to your diet. Now I am adding all these orange slices in the sugar syrup to boil. Do not bother if there is some seeds inside the orange slices, because it will come out in the sugar syrup when it will be boiled. Boiling the slices in the sugar syrup will not only reduce the tanginess of the oranges but also the bitterness of its peel. Try not to push them vigorously in the sugar syrup. Now while this is boiling, I am covering it and lowering the flame. Just keep it in this way for 5 minutes to cook. Meanwhile, I am keeping the cake tin ready. So you can see I have taken a square shaped tin. Now I am greasing this with some clarified butter. You can use melted butter as well. Now grease it very well with a brush. After greasing all the sides very well, I am going to place a butter paper in the bottom of the pan like so. And this is very important to put butter paper because I am going to make upside down cake, and it will prevent the stickiness of the oranges. I am also greasing the top of the butter paper and keeping this aside for the use. Since it's 5 minutes, I am uncovering the pan, and you can see the orange slices are already cooked and tender, and the seeds came out in the sugar syrup as I told you earlier. Now I have to take them out from the pan very carefully, and I have to keep them aside and cool it down completely before use. Now the orange slices are already removed, and I am boiling the remaining syrup. This syrup is infused with the flavor of oranges and the goodness of oranges, and you can preserve it for a long time in the refrigerator when it is cooled down. Now if the syrup is separating from the pan, as you can see while I am scratching it with the spatula, you can see these are leaving the pan. That means the syrup is ready. Just keep it aside to cool down. Now in a separate bowl I am boiling some water, and I am placing a big size bowl. This is a steel bowl which I am using, and now I am adding to this 200 gram of dark chocolate compound and 50 gram of salted butter to melt. This is called double boiling method, and this is how you have to melt the chocolate. Now after some time, you can see all the chocolate and butter is melted. Now I have to put it down from the flame. You can also use your microwave oven to melt the chocolate. Just put this compound in a microwave proof bowl and let it melt in micro power 100 for 2 minutes. Now while it is hot, I am adding 1 cup of brown sugar to it, and it will melt easily in the chocolate. Well, it is your choice whether you will add icing sugar or brown sugar, or even you can add jaggery powder if you wish. Now I am whisking it well and try to melt it in the chocolate while it is still hot, because it will be easier to melt the sugar in the chocolate. You can also add some essence at this stage. Now here I am using vanilla essence. I am adding few drops of vanilla essence to it, and again whisking it well and trying to combine all this well together. Now I am trying to move my hand faster because the chocolate is being coagulating. You can see. Now I am using condensed milk, adding half a cup of condensed milk. As I am using the dark chocolate compound, it is quite bitter in taste, so the condensed milk will reduce the bitterness of the dark chocolate. Now after combining this well, I am adding half a cup of plain curd. Because I am not using eggs, the curd will create the effect of cake. At this stage I am using a hand whisk and whisking it well and combining all this together very well, and the sugar is already melted in this batter. You can see the batter is quite liquid at this stage. Now I am keeping this aside and bringing forward the orange slices. They are cooled down completely. Now I am going to arrange this in the cake tin before I add the flour and the baking powder to this mixture, because it will immediately start reacting. I have arranged all the slices very nicely in the cake tin and then keeping it aside. Now back to the batter. I am now going to add the flour. This is 1 cup of flour. I am adding some salt, baking powder to this, and I am mixing it with the spoon, and now adding whole of it to this batter. Now I have to combine the flour in this batter, and I am using the hand whisk, and you don't have to use cut and fold technique here. Just I am scraping the sides and bringing the flour in the center, and in this way all the flour you can see are well mixed in the batter and combined well, and it became a thick mixture. You can see, and the consistency is a dropping consistency. Meanwhile, my oven is preheating at 180 degrees Celsius, and now I am again bringing forward the cake tin and adding the batter to the cake tin onto the slices. Make sure that the cake batter flows all the sides of the corner of the cake tin, and you have to spread it evenly to the slices of the oranges. Now I am evening out the upper layer of the batter with the help of a spoon. Now I am going to place it in the preheated oven. Here I am placing the cake tin in the preheated oven and I am closing the lid. You can see this is my IFB oven 20 liter, and now I am pressing the convection switch to 180 degree and for 25 minutes and start. Now it is rolling and the oven started to bake. Now I brought out the cake tin from the oven after 25 minutes, and you will find the upper surface of the brownie is quite hard, and that is quite natural. Now I am piercing a skewer into this and it came out clean, so the brownie is well baked. So I am keeping this aside to cool it down completely. After cooling down, I am placing a plate on the surface and flipping it over and tapping it and now you can see it came out clean. Now I am removing the butter paper gradually, and wow, you can see the beauty of a upside down cake. And now I'm trying to show you the sides of the cake, and this is how a brownie should look like. This is a very chewy and not so risen up. This is the sugar syrup which I preserved. And now let me cut the cake into equal pieces. Go easy with the knife on the cake, as this is a delicate cake and I am cutting it into equal pieces. Now let me show you one piece, and I'll show you how it looks like after dropping the sugar syrup onto this. And I'm cutting it with a spoon to show you inside out. Nice. So if you like this video, you can subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon to get the notification of new uploaded videos. And thanks for watching.